Welcome back to Free Range Hunter. I'm Matt, and today we're going to be spreading some seed. We're going to be talking about food plots. We're going to be discussing trail cams, and Brett shoots a squirrel. Let's get after it. Now, trail cameras are both some of the best tools to use for hunting, and then at times some of the worst. I dealt with normal trail cams. I dealt with, like, you have to go check it every single day. I've dealt with stuff where they're cell cameras like Spy Point or like this stealth cam. So when you have a traditional trail cam, I've got one of the Realtree, what is this called? Stealth cam, I guess. Yeah, it's called a revolver. It takes images all the way around and then it'll transmit it. But what I oftentimes find is that I want to know what's going on in the woods right now. Trail cameras are, generally speaking, reactive, not proactive, which means that they're going to send you something after it already happens or after it's too late to do anything about it. So you can set these up to transmit immediately as soon as it takes a picture. That's going to drain your batteries really fast. Like, you take this stealth cam here, and when I pop it open, you're going to see that it has a lot of batteries. Okay, it's got 8 on this one and 8 on this one. This takes 16 AA batteries to operate. So it forced me to start to rethink what I wanted out of a trail camera. And one day it occurred to me, it's not so much a hunting trail camera I need, it's a security system that I can look at any time and see what's happening in the woods, but also send me notifications. And when I realized that, it completely changed what I was looking for. So I'm going to show you what I currently use, why I use it, and where you can get it for yourself. I recommend this very highly. I just got this in the mail. This is a 4G LTE cellular solar powered security camera. This is a set of 2 of these. All right, I paid $60 for 2 of them, and I'm gonna have 2K. It's not 4K, dude. I don't care. I'm gonna have 2K on demand. I can pull it up. It's PTZ. I can literally turn it and look around. So I can be looking up a woods road one day. I see where deer coming through. I can turn it and have it facing the other way. And I never have to even step foot in the woods. I don't have to disrupt the habitat. I can just turn it. I've had times when deer walked in front of the camera and I was looking at the deer, they walked off to the right, and I literally turned the camera and watched where they went and saw more deer than I ever would have if I hadn't had this. The pricing per month is comparable. These run $15 a month per camera for unlimited data. I can clock into it. I can log into it at any point. I can watch what's happening. I can turn around. I can look. Dude, there is no going back once you try something like this. Also, because I'm putting these on my own land, I have a more mobile system. You can set these up with a ratchet strap. But I'm going to build some little stands that I put them on, and I can just move them around and put them anywhere you want. These really came into their element the first year I was bear hunting. I had trapped a bear. It was the first bear I'd ever got, and my notifications went off. It was 11 o'clock at night. Now in Maine, when you trap a bear, you're allowed to go get it 24/7. It doesn't matter. So 11:30 at night, I find myself out in the woods getting ready to go in after a bear. Now, if there ever was a time when you want to know exactly what's going on your bait site, it's then. So I logged into my camera, and I'm glad I did, because it was at that point that I noticed 2 other bears, a larger sow and a smaller bear. And the sow was limping. So I sat there and I watched it. And as I drove in the woods road, I had my phone up and I was watching it live. I saw that sow turn and look towards the direction of where I was driving. Then she and the other smaller bear wandered off into the woods. Now that's good information to know, because it's almost midnight. I'm going into the woods after a bear that's tied to a tree, and there's 2 other ones. One of them is not feeling well. right there, like 5 minutes ago. So at that point, I called my dad, and I'm like, why don't you meet me out here? I need another set of eyes. He came out. He had a sidearm with him. I had a thermal scope on my rifle at the time. I was hunting with a 308 AR-10. And he had his sidearm with him, and we went out, and we had a big flashlight, and Dad was like, can you see the bear? I'm like, Dad, I don't care about that bear. The one tied to the tree, he's not going anywhere. I'm not worried about him. It's the other two that were here a few minutes ago. Those are the ones I want you to keep an eye out for. So then there was another side of this that was really cool. Brett at the time was probably seven or eight, something like that. He wanted to come with me. I'm like, dude, I am not ready on my first bear hunt to take my kid out in the woods at midnight messing with bears, right? So I said, no, you can't come, but you can watch. So I pulled the cell cams up on my wife's, on my iPad back at the house, so we were watching, and he and my wife literally sat in my room at home and watched live as I went in and got my bear. Dude, you can't make that up, right? That is nothing that any of your traditional trail cams can do. There are a few on the market that may be able to have similar capabilities. They are stupid expensive, okay? I looked them up, and there's no way you're gonna get two of them for 60 bucks, okay? So, I'm gonna give you one more instance. I had a piece of property that I just bought, and I guess, as it turns out, the next property owner didn't know I just bought it. And I'm sitting there at night one day, and my camera, ping, 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 starts going off. All I could see when I connected to my camera was the inside of a pickup truck. So I turned on the mic, and I said, put it back. You should have seen the expression on the guy's face when the camera starts talking to him, saying, put it back, it's not yours. We communicated a little bit through the camera after he figured out what was going on, arranged a place to meet. We're on great terms, man. We talk back and forth, share hunting stories and whatnot. But I would have been out of camera, okay? And it wasn't malicious. It just was communication, right? So this totally changes everything about trail cams. Wait. Oh, did you get him?
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, let's go find out. I guess Brett just shot a squirrel.
I just shot a red squirrel.
With his BB gun.
No, it's still here. I didn't shoot him again. I shot him.
Where is he?
Right here. See him wiggling around?
All right, shoot him again. Bud. Nailed him.
First solo squirrel kill.
Woo!
I was out here calling. I actually was out front first, but I saw nothing. But Dad heard one, so I came running in through there and started calling. And I heard another one calling. And all of a sudden, just saw one walking along there. Let him rip. BB gun did him in.
Can we
All right,
see
let's
him?
grab him. Oh yeah.
First solo animal kill.
I kept
Should I
seeing
show
him.
Mom?
Good.
Like, Brett, the
Yeah.
only reason I kept looking there was because I kept seeing Brett.
All right.
Brett successfully a squirrel hunter.
Did any of you do that when you were kids? Squirrel hunt with BB
My
guns?
first animal on my own.
Yep. Now, once you put him down over there, you need to go wash your hands because they're not very good for you. All right, we're back. I've got these two. I'm going to get them ready. I'm going to get them set up, and we're going to put them out in the woods, hopefully this afternoon. So let's go. Yeah, it's not really something that you probably would enjoy. All right. So I need one 8-foot 2x4. I'm using pressure treated because I want it to last. And my Sawzall is 24 inches long, so this makes it easy. I'm gonna have the stand be, I'm gonna make this mobile so I can move it around. So I'm gonna put some legs on it and a stand. All right, let's just start cutting, okay? It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say here.
This part was falling off.
Thank you. Okay, so then I'm gonna need to make mark these both the same. Excuse me, sis. Okay. Now, we're going to need a couple of
Mini
to put
ones.
on the little mini ones, yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, let's get some screws. All right, just need something square. Kind of make it close. Doesn't have to be exact. Getting it perfectly square isn't essential because you can turn the camera once you get it set up, but it'll help. Okay. Now before we set this one on, we're going to get these set up. While I'm sitting here working on this, my camera keeps going off. Let's see what we got. Doesn't look like anything, but we'll see. Looks like some crows. Here's something else you can do. Let's scare them off. Get away from the block. All right. Cool beans. Cool beans. All right. Now I'm going to mount the. I'm going to mount the solar panel to the top of it. Okay. All right, let's hook this thing up. Indeed.
While I'm waiting for that, I found a device to wait with. My bike. Alright, it's charged. Wait! Mom, will you watch me how I can do so far? Okay, it might take a few more.
First thing I'm going to do is plug in. These are USB-C, which can handle a ton of voltage. Let's see, power DC 5 volt.
Let's see.
I think I want the power
when I
one.
have to scooch it forward, then I have to go backward.
Something like that too.
Okay, now we got to put an SD card in this.
Do a baby gun.
I stole one from another camera. I think it'll work. Ah,
Just in case I hurt myself.
there you go.
Right? Whew. It's hard riding a bike when you have to train on it. Alright, I want to go get my stuff. You're planting tomatoes.
All right, so it's hooked up. I'm gonna get it running, and then I'll adjust the, do a little cord management. I'm gonna add the camera to the account. So we'll do plus. Set up 4G device. You can see I'm waiting for this blue light to be solid. There we go. Blue light is solid. Scan the QR code on the camera. Right on the top of it here. All right, now we're gonna name it. Device. I'm gonna do Surrey corner plot. Okay. That's all there is to it. So we're gonna hit this. Check that out. It's that easy. All right, we've got one of these cameras ready to take out in the woods. I'm gonna probably try to put some seed in the ground. So I'm gonna pick up some of my mess I have here, and we'll see you down in the food plot.
That made a loud noise.
Yes, it did. Woo!
Is that heavy?
A little bit.
Where are you going now? To spread seed at the new land. Can I come with you?
I don't know.
I'm coming instead. You said yes. You can go.
Yep. All right. Let's get some seed.
Daddy, is it filming?
Not at the moment. It's not.
Daddy, you know what I do to get in the back of the buggy? How I do it without having the...
Not right now. All right. You got it on right this time? Cassie lost her hat. All right. Everybody ready?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Because they're very, very cold. Daddy, I have to sit down here for a long time.
Yeah. All right, we're down at the corner of the field, and this is a little area down here where we're gonna set up to do some turkey hunting. My buddy got me some bucks and beards from Whitetail Hill, and I've got about, no more than 1/8 of an acre down here that we're gonna be setting up. And I've got the disc with me. We're just gonna break the soil a little bit. This stuff's supposed to be frost seeded, so we're just gonna break up a little bit of the topsoil, and then I'm gonna drive over it a bunch with the gator to pack it in. And we're gonna set our camera up and see what happens. It didn't work as good as I hoped. I don't think I have enough weight. I brought down 2 weights and only one would sit on there. It kept falling off. But we broke up the soil a little bit. I also forgot my hand spreader, so I'm just gonna have to do this by hand. Probably somewhere there are hunters that have their act together. I don't know how they do it. We have the food plot planted. I ran over it a bunch with the gator afterwards to kind of pack it down in. We're still getting a little bit of frost, so the frost will open the ground up, cause little cracks when it freezes at night, and then it'll thaw and it'll kind of work the seeds down into the soil. Within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we should start seeing some stuff growing up down here. I'm planning to have do some turkey hunting down here this spring. I got Brett and a buddy of mine that's going to come down and do some hunting down here. I think I've got some ideas of a setup, but we got to make sure they're in here first. I had a good video of a tom on the Inner Oaks food plot this past week. I was happy to see that. So let's get the new camera set up. We can start monitoring this area we just planted. I think that's a good spot for it. I got it set up. I can turn it around and face it in a different direction when I get home. But I'm looking out into the food plot. The only downsides to these cameras is their detection range isn't as far as some trail cams are. So if you want to reach out, 100, 200 feet into the field at night, this isn't the one for you, but in my experience, the nighttime detection range on those other cameras is far less than what they say. It'll pick it up, but you can't see what you saw. There's something out there. I don't know what it is. So this will pick up 30 to 50 feet out, because remember, it's a security camera. So that'll go good. While we're down here, I thought I'd take a minute to show you some of the trees that I have planted. These ones down here in the corner, I've got one here, another one there, one down there, and one right here. These are all late drop American persimmons. Now, persimmons have male and female trees. So you just buy a bunch of them and you put them together, and hopefully you get some of both so that they actually produce fruit. Late drop persimmons are going to be dropping in from October through December. So they hang onto their fruit a long time. Another word for persimmon is deer candy. No reason. And then further down the field, down here, you can just see the white thing right there. And up here, those are chestnut trees. Not like horse chestnuts. Those are bitter and actually a little bit poisonous to humans. They're Dunstan chestnuts. They'll grow about this big, and deer love them. The good part about that is they bear every single year versus every other year like acorns do. But we've got our new camera set up. It's out in the woods. I got some seed down. Feels good. We're getting started on the year.